And Jesus said to the stormy sea, "Peace, be still." And there was a great calm. These words of Jesus we hear today on the 12th Sunday in Ordinary Time. And they are truly comforting when you are experiencing turbulent storms in your life. Truly, a storm can hit you outside, but also inside. Once hit by it outside, you might be physically wounded, but hit by it inside, even a mental breakdown is possible. Today, Jesus in the storm. You might wonder, why do I say today? But can you be anywhere where Jesus is not present? The psalmist tells us, "Where can I flee from your presence? If I ride on the wings of the dawn and settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand still guide me, and your right hand shall hold me safely." And so wherever you are, and whether the storm is outside or inside you, Jesus is there. What binds us so easily to Jesus is his humanity. After a day of hard work, how we long to put our head deep in a pillow and lay down in a quiet place, simply to rest and dream 1,000 dreams. And that's exactly what Jesus did. He was in the boat, asleep on a cushion. But as familiar as we can be with the human side of Jesus, so unfamiliar we are with his divine side. We read the disciples were filled with awe when Jesus calmed the sea simply by speaking the word, "Peace, be still." Remember from the book of Genesis how our Lord and God said, "Let there be light, and let the waters below the sky be gathered together in one place." And there was light, and the waters gathered in one place. This we see further confirmed in today's reading from the book of Job. When the sea burst forth from the womb, I, the Lord, prescribed bounds for it, and said, "This far you shall come, and no further." Truly, such is God. He speaks, and elements come into being and obey his word. And so what happens in today's gospel is not new, but the continued manifestation of this power of creation. Indeed, God sustains his creation, as we read in the letter to the Colossians. All things were made through him and for him, and in him all things hold together. And even more so, creation is still ongoing, as said Jesus. "My Father goes on working, and so do I." This is the greatest comfort you can get in your storm. The fully human and divine Jesus being with you in the storm, to sustain you and to draw you ever closer to himself in faith. What more do you want than to have at your side a friend so loyal that he will never desert you when you are in trouble or in difficulty? But indeed, for this all to work well, he needs your faith. As Jesus told his disciples, "Why are you afraid? Have you no faith?" Today in our SMA formation house, we sent off final year philosophy and theology seminarians. For the past 5 and 10 years, they have gone through storms and quiet times. Instead of falling asleep, the quiet time was rather for gathering strength and deepening the faith in our Lord and God. Because faith you need when the storm is around. Trees are uprooted, and on what or whom do they fall? And what if we give in to temptations sowing of doubts and disappointing results, practical or academic? Indeed, your prayers spiritual reading, meditation, and spiritual direction might not reduce the strength of the storm, but it helps you to discover and trust in that ever-present friend at your side, fully human and fully divine, who sustains you and directs you straight to your destination. After all, after calming the sea, the boat was in no time at the other side of the sea. When faith is weak, we might walk a crooked path to our destination. But even then, God is able to ride straight on crooked lines. In these our times, we are battling more than ever with the elements of nature. Indeed, floods, drought, and devastating storms are not just common, but frequent. Good to recall that the Lord is with us in these storms, ready to avert what is a threat to us. This needs not only our faith, but also our actions. The disciples called upon the Lord, which was already a good start. Now it is for us to call upon the Lord, to listen to Him, and do what He tells us to do. And Jesus said to the storm, "Peace, be still." And there was a great calm.